Amid the doubt and pressure that haunted Lewis Hamilton's early debut season with Ferrari, a glimmer of hope emerged that could change everything. What if Ferrari had stumbled upon the technical breakthrough that Hamilton desperately needed? And even more surprisingly, it would not come from some sudden mechanical miracle, but from the unique characteristics of the Saudi Arabian GP track. What breakthrough will Ferrari make? Let's discuss it. Throughout the early 2025 season, the SF-25 was known as a finicky car, very sensitive to impacts, temperatures, and extreme elevations. On bumpy tracks like Suzuka or Shanghai, Ferrari could not run the car close to the ground, as its aerodynamic design demanded, because of the risk of breaking the rules and unstable performance. In fact, at the Chinese GP, Lewis Hamilton was disqualified for excessive skid block due to forcing the car too high for maximum speed. Jeddah, however, offers something different. This is a track with a fast, smooth character and minimal tire degradation. This means that for the first time this season, Ferrari will be able to run the SF-25 to its full potential. The smooth track surface allows them to lower the height of the car without worrying about losing stability or breaking the rules. This is a big change. According to a report in Gazzetta dello Sport, the SF-25 track upgrade introduced in Bahrain is now showing very promising results. The upgrade is predicted to increase the car's optimal performance window by 30% compared to Bahrain, a huge number in the world of F1. With greater setup flexibility, the car can now perform at its best without sacrificing reliability or driver comfort. With the SF-25 now sitting lower, Ferrari gains a huge aerodynamic advantage. More downforce, a better center of gravity and much more stable handling at high speeds. This combination is particularly important at Jeddah, which is known as a fast and technical track. For Lewis Hamilton, this moment of revival could not have come at a more crucial time. After weeks of frustration, inconsistent performance and pressure from the public and media, there is finally a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. In the heat of the Formula One season, Hamilton is beginning to show signs of becoming one with his new car, the SF-25, something that previously seemed like a distant dream. At the Bahrain Grand Prix, the seven-time world champion made a surprising revelation. For the first time since signing with Ferrari, Hamilton said he finally understood how to drive the car. The simple statement was full of meaning. It wasn't just a technical matter, it was an emotional connection between driver and machine, a relationship that determines fate on the track. More than that, Hamilton made major adjustments to his driving style. He changed his braking points, a crucial element in every maneuver around the sharp corners of the world's racetracks. Most surprisingly, he began to use engine braking, a system he had rarely used during his decade with Mercedes. It was a remarkable degree of adaptation for a driver who had been accustomed to one technical philosophy for years. Now he had to rethink almost all his habits and open himself up to a completely new approach. This radical change was fully supported by Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur. On several occasions, Vasseur has stated that the relationship between the team and Hamilton is not a one-way street. Ferrari is fully committed to designing a car that suits Hamilton's preferences, but on the other hand, the driver must also respond with a willingness to adapt to the DNA of the Ferrari car, which is very different from what he has known so far. "It is like building a bridge from two directions," said Vasseur in a recent interview. And now, according to an internal source within the team, the results of the adjustment process are beginning to be clearly visible. Hamilton is increasingly confident at the wheel, communication with the team is smoother, and telemetry data shows significant improvements in lap consistency and tire degradation. Ferrari engineers are beginning to feel a click between Hamilton and the SF-25, something that is crucial if they are to compete at the front of the pack this season. Jeddah is a track that exposes every weakness of the car. There is no hiding place for an unstable car, a tire waster, or a lack of downforce. So if Ferrari and Hamilton are strong here, it is not just a technical win, it is a statement to the entire grid that Ferrari is back in the hunt. Not only that, but if this update really does widen the SF-25's performance window, Ferrari now faces a big strategic question. Should they start prioritizing Hamilton's feedback on development direction, rather than continuing to split their focus between him and Charles Leclerc? Because with Red Bull starting to lose their dominance and McLaren leading early in the season, Ferrari can no longer play it safe. They have to find a direction, and soon. On the other side of the Ferrari garage, the tension is palpable, even though the season has only just begun. Charles Leclerc, a young driver who has been Ferrari's mainstay in recent years, is clearly not going to be silenced by the presence of a figure as big as Lewis Hamilton. Leclerc has shown exceptional consistency so far, especially in qualifying, where his one-lap speed is often his main weapon. But Hamilton's presence brings a new aura to the team: experience, reputation, and a determination to win that can't be ignored. As Hamilton begins to find his rhythm behind the wheel of the SF-25, it's possible that the team's internal dynamics will change drastically. What began as a simple division of labor could turn into a fierce, even fascinating rivalry. Behind the smiles and declarations of mutual respect, there could be tensions not seen on the television screen, a power struggle at the heart of F1's most legendary team. History also becomes a haunting shadow. Ferrari is no stranger to conflicts between two star drivers in a team. From the Villeneuve versus Pironi era to the Schumacher-Barrichello incident, the Red Team has often had to navigate big egos and clashing championship ambitions. This time, Leclerc and Hamilton have the potential to write a new chapter in Ferrari's internal drama, one that could be the key to glory, or pave the way for destruction from within. In the world of racing, the focus is often on numbers and technical improvements: how many seconds faster, how many miles per hour faster, or how much aerodynamic improvement has been made. But there's another factor that's just as important, and often the difference between victory and defeat: psychological momentum. And at the heart of that momentum is one thing: confidence. A driver's confidence in his car isn't just a feeling of comfort, it's an intuitive connection that's hard to explain with data. When a driver feels his car is truly an extension of his body and mind, responding in perfect harmony to every input from the steering wheel, pedals, and instincts, something extraordinary happens. You're not just driving, you're flowing with the track. Throughout his career, Lewis Hamilton has shown that when he feels at one with his car, he becomes almost unstoppable. We've seen it time and time again, from his dominance in the turbo-hybrid era with Mercedes to his dramatic comebacks under pressure. For Hamilton, chemistry with his car isn't just a technical advantage, it's a mental weapon. And if he really feels that click in Jeddah, if the SF-25 gives him the confidence he needs, then the race could be about more than podiums or points. This could be an emotional turning point, the moment that ushers in a new era, the Hamilton era at Ferrari. A story not just about records, but about heritage, passion, and conviction. Such momentum could be the spiritual fuel that pushes him beyond the limits, fuels his passion for the rest of 2025, and perhaps rewrites history under the banner of the prancing horse. Ferrari has invested heavily in getting the SF-25 development on track this season. The new floor they introduced was no simple experiment or minor tweak, it was a complete overhaul of their aerodynamic philosophy. It was a bold move that reflected the team's lofty ambitions. And if the impressive performance they showed in Jeddah is indeed in line with the data they've collected in factory simulations, then this isn't just another performance boost. It's a real testament, a full validation of Ferrari's ambitious 2025 project. So is this the beginning of Lewis Hamilton's revival with Scuderia Ferrari? Or is it just a fleeting illusion, a fleeting harmony between track and car that won't last? Write your opinion below.